That loading screen was so fast, even though I came in expecting it to take longer. Because I should be matched with real time. I was about to start recording and talk during the loading screen, but the loading screen lasted like 2 seconds. So I guess we'll just talk here. We're gonna have Gary Renekton top lane, Zac jungle against Gragas, Echo mid against Anivia, Ezreal Leona against Caitlyn Nami. Caitlyn Nami is definitely one of the more annoying lanes you can ever go up against. So not looking forward to I'm never looking forward to laning against a Caitlyn Nami. It's a very oppressive lane. But so far, pretty standard picks all around, and I see so many Garens nowadays. I think like in the past 40 casts, like 30 of them had a Garen. It's definitely a very ubiquitous champion.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
So is Renekton too. I think I made my fair share of jokes about bad Renekton players. But so far, like in terms of picks go, this game is not that inspired. There's been some, these are some pretty common picks. Nothing that immediately stands out. Nothing that makes you go, whoa, what the heck? And I like going for the whoa, what the heck kind of picks, because they spice up the game a little bit. And there's nothing more fun from a spectator's perspective than watching someone pull out a lesser play champion, let's say, and really make them work. It's magical when you see someone who really knows the limits of a champion where everybody else does not, and just abuses that and carries himself to a free win. Regardless, the game will start now. 1:30, the junglers are beginning their routes. Echo eats a stun to the face. Excellent start for his lane. He just lost like 200 health for free. That's wonderful. We do see Nami here. She got cut off, so she's gonna eat a Mystic Shot, but Ebb and Flow is a really good trading tool. But she's still separated here. Gragas is coming down to assist. He just finished his camp. So now blue team kinda calls it off, and now they're gonna go back to lane and farm. Did they actually miss any minions here? I think they did miss out on 3 melees. So it's gonna be a pretty delayed 2 for the blue side bot lane. I think Caitlyn got the EXP there. Let's check their EXP bars real quick. Yep, Caitlyn's definitely gonna beat the Ezreal to level 2 here. Which is bad news bears for Caitlyn Nami lane. You don't wanna get out level 2 when you're going up against them. There's just so much zoning pressure. Early gank here by the Zac, or at least early presence showing here. Now Anivia, she's getting all in and she got egged up. Echo is just gonna walk away here from the egg and let it pop again. He did commit his ignite to get the egg down. But that's gonna be an eggless Anivia for the next 5 minutes, losing that egg very early on in lane. Terrible misplay for her. Luckily Echo didn't want to commit on the egg because the minions would have beaten him up. And he wasn't sure that he had damage to finish it. It's gonna be a farm fest for a while top lane. Renekton and Garen can definitely kill each other if they want. Gragas is gonna come into the blue side top jungle and take away the blue buff, but meanwhile Zac actually flew mid. However, this could be a solo kill here for one person. Renekton takes a tower shot, he actually dies. The minion actually finished him off there. Okay, so that's gonna be first blood to the Garen, but it looked really hairy. It could have gone either way, genuinely. Gragas is gonna go away. He did show carrying a blue buff. If Zac clicked on him, he would have noticed that it was his. But so far, Gragas' red has been untaken. And Zac knows this as well. He does grab the Gragas back in. They're still fighting over the scuttle. Gragas is just gonna peace out and go clear his waves. Oh my gosh, Ezreal takes such a large chunk of damage to the face. Needs to be careful here. If he gets picked off, it's very easy for him to get picked off. One straight Caitlyn Q. There's a trap hidden where the tower can't see it. Well, like, there's a trap hidden by the tower, I mean. If Garen gets that first blood, now he's feeling confident and cocky. He wants more, but it's still a Renekton. Renekton can still beat him up pretty badly in the early game. I think he just identifies that the first blood is all luck. He's still 10 CS down. It's still a Renekton with 2 Dorans, so he can definitely win that trade. But he's gotta be very careful in this lane. Zac canceling his recall. He'll start it up again. So far, a pretty slow jungle clear here by the Zac, just because he spent a lot of time standing in places, I guess, where he's trying for rotations for ganks that didn't necessarily work out in his favor. For now, Ezreal going in for some aggressive trades. Gets a nice chunk of health out of Caitlyn, but the Nami medic will repair that damage very quickly. Peacemaker does find the Ezreal. Ezreal's still going for aggressive trades. W in and E in for some damage. And now Leona's coming up. Zenith's Blade will miss. But the Echo is here. Parallel Convergence goes down. Will he find it here? He finds the Nami in the stun. But Leona doesn't have Zenith's Blade anymore. She can't follow up. The bubble will whiff. Echo forces out nothing. Now Summoner's blown for the bot lane here. Nami does get chunked out a fair bit. But here comes a Zac. He's here for round 2. The Q will miss. 2 quick ganks in succession. But they get nothing out of it. Not the best use of their time. Anivia, she's actually first item the blasting wand for AP over components for the catalyst, which would have given her at least helped her get a jump start in building some sustain items for lane, and she might get jumped down. Pay for that mistake right now. Parallel Convergence goes down and Ignite is back up. Free solo kill there for the Echo. I do think the blasting wand buy is a mistake. You do want that mana crystal and health crystal combo instead. She is gonna go back now for a ruby crystal, but that could have been a catalyst. Having a catalyst would make her so much more survivable in lane. I do think this solo kill here is just because Anivia built very squishy with the little amount of early game goals she had. And now Renekton, he's coming in. He wants this. Is he gonna ult for it? He is silenced up by the Garen, so now he's probably not gonna commit the ultimate. There's a pretty large wave being pushed into him right now, though. Garen is phase ready, but he shouldn't fight the Renekton, not against that big of a minion wave, and Renekton's crushing him in terms of CS. He's over almost 20 CS above him. Grabbing that wave perfectly will not even make back enough, so Garen's quite behind his CS here. Renekton might get a free demolish off here. He does get it. There's a plate gold. Now he's gonna cut the wave from behind. And blast cone back over. He's definitely still flexing on the Garen. The first blood was more unfortunate than anything. It seriously could have gone either way. And he's still very much dominating in this lane. Now, Anivia has to be careful. She doesn't have a catalyst, so she's completely out of mana. And she doesn't have any easy ways to regen it. The egg is actually back up for her, but she still has to be careful not to get caught out. If she goes into a scuffle with Echo, she will lose it 100% of the time. Just that tiny bit of mana she has. And Echo's just kind of pushing her around. Now remember, the teleport nerf. Teleport is not up nearly as frequently as it used to be. So every back Anivia makes just sets her a little bit further and further behind. She actually cancels this recall. Opting to stay in this lane with next to no mana. Not the best decision here. She gets egged again for free. She's just throwing away her egg like it's nothing. But now Echo gets engaged on by the Gragas. He will ultimate back to recover some health, but now it's his turn to be out of mana. Gragas thankfully not level 6. So Echo will just walk away scot-free. Meanwhile, bot lane, Caitlyn flexing her early game muscles, taking some early plays, and now Zac comes in for the counter gank. Echo finds a little bit of mana. He's gonna go in. Let's bounce goes down. Flash from the red pursuit. Echo claims that kill on the Gragas. Anivia just cannot help. Now it's that little bit of mana. She never backed during this entire sequence. Now she might be forced to. Ezra eats another Peacemaker to the face. He's actually dropped to half health and he steps on a trap, popping the Summoner heal. Offsetting the trap headshot damage, but that is Summoner heal gone. Thankfully though, Caitlyn doesn't even have Summoner heal. She has Summoner cleanse. She is gonna get engaged on right here. Nami is taking a lot of damage. Ignite is taking down her. One more hit will do it. No, Nami uses her own heal to resist. And now the Predator comes down for the Leona. There's so much damage. Leona gets bursted down. The blue team does claim the Drake while on their way down here. Zac has to be careful. Caitlyn still shooting her pea shooter at him. The explosive casks drives blue team away. But no kill because it was shot off at a very weird angle. So nothing converted from that, but Leona does have to die as a martyr. And now Renekton pops his ultimate. He's going hard on the Garen, the floaty dandruff coming in. But he's not going to find anything here. He does force out the Garen flash. So good for him. Now be very careful. Ace in the hole. Caitlyn gets that kill. I think the Ezreal didn't expect that to actually kill him. So he stayed with that little bit of health. But yeah, BS Sword Caitlyn very much does have the damage for it. And Leona commits Solar Flare, but there's no damage around her. Zac is going to wind up for the slingshot, but he steps on a trap during flight. How does that even work? Caitlyn's non-Euclidean traps. Strike again. Echo will have to pop Chrono Break to get out of there. It's called Chrono Break, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. I just know it because that's, you know, the name of that LCS tool they use when something on set becomes foobarred and they have to repair it. But so far, some major early laning advantages to the way of red team. Even when Echo has been pounding this Anivia lane, he's not ahead in CS. In fact, 11.5 minutes in, he doesn't have Proto Belt done. That's a pretty slow benchmark by all means. He should be... Proto Belt should have been done at like 9 or 10 minutes in on average. 8 if it's super early. Not having it yet at almost 12 now. Those solo kills haven't really been converted into his favor, and Anivia slowly working on her Nova. She does have the Catalyst now. So she's significantly harder to shut out a lane, even though she is going to back now to TP back. Garen's still trading blows against Renekton, but Renekton and Garen both early iteming the Tavais. The correct choice here. So neither of them can really find a good kill onto each other. Garen does have the true damage to edge out the fight, but Renekton can counter with his ultimate. It's going to be pretty evenly matched down here. The explosive cask not there to find the kill, but the Predator, the Gragas is here. But he doesn't finish it. The Q doesn't go off in time. And Ezreal actually kills him off. The ace in the hole finish him off at double kill to the Caitlyn. And now Zac is alone. But here comes the Echo. Phase dive following the Caitlyn through her flash. He will kill her off. Shutting down the 3-0 Caitlyn, putting her first death onto her board. But here comes the Zac. He does have a passive. He's still tanking. One more turret shot will blob him up. And now the Echo has to try to run out of there. Good dive there by the blue team. Zac tanking the exact right amount of turret shots, buying just the right amount of time for Echo. The Renekton actually disconnects from the game, and Anivia walks in. This might be too hot of a landing zone for the bird. She gets egged up yet again. She just got that back too. What unfortunate timing. She's gonna rehatch with some mana, but the Q immediately misses, so she doesn't have anything left on the Zac. Zac will kill her off. Yikes. And Renekton's ISP woke back up and replaced the dead hamster. So he is back in this game. The momentary disconnect was kind of unfortunate. Garen actually took this time to farm up a bit. Both of them are now over 100 CS. In fact, the only players in this game to achieve this score. Zac, he did get blobbed. He has to be careful. Gragas did come in belly slam to go in, so now he might have nothing left. He's just going to watch the Zac run away for his life. That was a huge flub by the Gragas in the bot gank, popping your Predator and your Q combo. Ezreal was dead to rights, but then his Q key jammed and he couldn't detonate the barrel, so I guess Ezreal just kills him back. Granted, he does die immediately after to the Caitlyn all, but really he shouldn't have been given that chance. A huge misplay there by the Gragas. He is gonna steal away blue buff yet again here. And Caitlyn, she might walk up a little bit too far. Xana's blade lands on her. Solar Flare to follow up. She's just so dead. Ezreal kills her off for the shutdown. The bubble that cuts the Ezreal, so Nami will be able to run away. And Gragas gets found out trying to steal away blue buff. Yet again, it's not going to happen this time, says the Echo. Oh, he's coming in. Phase dive. Very stylish kill, dashing across the wall. Finding the Gragas, a very ill-advised engage, results in his death. I punched my microphone. I am sorry. Nami, she has to try to defend this tower. Blue team is not strong enough to dive her. But they will find some damage on the turret and just back off. Now Caitlyn and Anivia, 2 other players to breach the 100 CS mark. But speaking of Anivia, she might get found out here. Ezreal coming in across the wall. The W will lash, but the Q does not. So Anivia will be totally fine. He doesn't commit an arcane shift. Renekton pops his ultimate. Floaty Dandruff coming in. He's generating the Fury. He's trading against the Garen. Garen can't commit to this fight. Then, oh, the ultimate. The true damage just enough, killing Renekton off perfectly. Ninja Tabai doesn't help you against that. Now Renekton is going for Blade of the Rune King first, a higher damage variant of Black Cleaver. The Blade of the Rune King buff did make it viable for these top lane carry bruisers to actually pick that up over Cleaver. They just have to be conscious that it leaves them rather squishy. That's also where the Death Dance comes in. I think that will fill the niche in 10.6. Now it gives armor and MR at the cost of less AD. So now the Blade of the Rune King Death Dance, or at least Ravenous Hydra Death Dance build is actually a thing now. At least I know that Fiora in particular definitely always goes that build nowadays. We'll see if Renekton does it. He's actually swinging quite fast with the recurve ult there, but he has to be careful. It's not the strongest, well, it's not the tankiest build. He's definitely, his health bar is still pretty tiny here. Leona might be a victim here. Solar Flare stunning off the Gragas. She's going to turn around, give away her life for the cause. They do lock down the Gragas and kill him off. Good turn there, 1-for-1 trade for the Leona. And now Ezreal is now laning 1v2, but it's going to be fine. He does outrange the Caitlyn and Nami here, so he'll be sitting pretty. Now Renekton does try to dive on the Zac, but Zac lets bounce, buys a lot of time. And here comes the Garen in the back. Renekton has to be careful. There's a blast cone. He has to try to kill it. He does kill it. He dashes over the wall. Garen turns away immediately. And Zac will also turn away as well, realizing his ally has gone away. But they are going to take the red buff here for themselves. Where's the jungler? He's still in the base. Not in position to assist. Garen is gonna smack away. Demolish will take it. He doesn't have the Sheen, but he'll just stay there and slap the tower away. And here comes Renekton. He pops a Floaty Dandruff Fade again, but Garen has his ultimate back up. If he overdives, this might be the end of him. Silence comes down. Slice and dice. Is it there? He's gonna find the stun. Will there be called a weak? It will be. But there's not enough damage left. The big sword drops on him. Killing spree for the Garen. Renekton can't catch a break in this lane. He's building damage, but he just can't cut through the Garen's Ninja Tabai. It's far too strong for him. Now we got an interesting lane here. Garen now decidedly ahead of the Renekton. Even in CS, first tower, and 3 kills. That's very impressive for him. Leona does get bubbled up, so that's going to be a very dead stun lady. Unless, oh my gosh, a beautiful solar flare. It doesn't stop the ace in the hole from killing her off. And now Caitlyn flashes away to reposition. The Echo will also have to get the hell out of there. This is a 4-man siege from red team. Where is the rest of blue team? They need to try to come defend this. Garen is going to be the first to show. He gets body slammed by Gragas in the back. Zac is going to blob himself up in the middle of the fight. No one can really TP on this blob to save him unless they throw their bodies in. And now the rest of the red team is being routed. They have to go back. The omelet being left alone. Ezra will scramble it for breakfast. Nami is still fighting the blob man in the back. Zac does no longer blob, so he'll be shot down here by the Nami. But Caitlyn will be killed off by the Garen. Unstoppable now is this Garen. 5-0-0. Now blue team soaring ahead here in the mid game, taking so many advantages in their lanes, and now all 3 lanes are winning in their own ways. Nami might be the next victim. Beautiful flash here, keeping her out of the Mystic Shot, but the damage is already done. The mid tower falls, and blue team is so much more ahead all of a sudden. Finding so many good kills onto Caitlyn, so many good kills onto the Gragas, shutting him down properly. Renekton just hasn't been allowed to catch a break. So suddenly you see all 3 lanes losing. Echo has transitioned his early kill leads into more kills, and Anivia has transitioned her early CS lead into dying a lot. She has been playing very wild as soon as she has eggs. So far, all of her eggs have been dropped in places that just seem like it was thrown away for the hell of it. She seems to think that it's okay to die as long as you have egg, even though, I mean, her positioning in these fights have been so strange to watch. As soon as she has egg, she just forgets to play safe and just gets egg for free all the time. And now Echo's gonna dive onto the Caitlyn. There's just so much damage! Caitlyn might not be able to walk out of this one. And one more smack from the Echo will claim that kill. The parallel convergence passive, the missing health on hit, no joke. Now the Gragas is gonna come in full combo onto the Ezreal maybe. Cask comes in so late, and this Anivia is so dead. Zac jumps on her. There's so much CC piled onto her. Now Gragas might be found out again. Double kill here for the Ezreal. Red team's just falling apart. None of their plays are working out. In fact, yeah, they've fallen apart so fast. Without a proper team fight, they surrender. Wow.